If you graph things in Google Sheets, there are a couple different ways that you can get your graph into an answer in Brightspace. You can do the old copy and paste. Sometimes your graph picture might actually be too big for you to copy and paste. And in that instance, what you may want to do is actually, quote, print, like download a copy of your graph. And I always suggest to do that in PDF format. The other thing that I suggest you do is that you look at the PDF after you generate it and before you upload it. Because sometimes, depending on how you have your graph sized, it could actually cut it off. So what it'll do, and this is why you have to check, it will print everything in these columns, cutting off the last part of the graph. So always make sure that the printer output is what you expect it to be. Don't trust either Excel or Google Sheets to make sure it's all on one page. You know what? The best thing to do is to take your graph and move it over here as far as you can. That usually, it doesn't guarantee, but it increases the probability that your graph will be on one sheet that you print. You can also share a link with me. Now, to do that, you don't want to email me, because sometimes when links like that come to me, they go into my spam folder and I never realize they're there. But what you can do is just put me on the access, right? So put amy.fenwick@flcc.edu. So now I have access to this if I ever want to go access it. Put me as an editor so I can make comments right onto your graph. You can notify me if you want to, but that notification will go to spam. The best thing you can do is to come down here and get the shareable link. Right? When I clicked on this link here, it did copy a shareable link onto my clipboard. Now I can go to Brightspace and I can enter this link into the text box, and I can put a little note to Amy and say, "Hi Amy, this is a link to my Google Sheet. I made sure that you were able to share this with me," right? And remember, even though even though I'm saying I won't get the email because most of the time it goes to spam, if you put the link into the assignment, you are ensuring that I don't have to take an extra step to go and see your graph. There are many ways to go about this. You can also release the restriction to just say anybody with the link can see it, and you can copy the link and paste that into the Enter in Brightspace. You can also use this share button up here, which brings you also to the same options. There are many ways to get to that share menu, either up here on the right or through File, Share. Remember, you can also download, quote, print. So there are lots of ways to do this, but be very careful how you do it so that it's not a link that I have to email you and say, "Hey, thank you for giving me the link in Brightspace, but you didn't make it available. I can't see it." Or, "Hey, thank you for printing your graph, but it cut it off in the center." So these are all of the ways that you can ensure that I will absolutely see what you created.